Hello! My name is Ethan, and welcome back to another episode of Path of Exile Harvest League PogChamp. What do we got here, Ethan? What is this? This is the patch notes. Now, what are we gonna do with these patch notes, you may wonder? Dude, this is so long, but look at this. Okay, so let's start off with a couple things. I already did a couple searches, but now let me just show you them. So I'll start off with the first cool one. Cluster Jewel Balance. So this means all of these were changed. This is Vicious Bite. Okay, rip. Next, we have Rotten Claws, not in the list. Okay, that's perfect. Renewal, not on the list. And Primordial Bond for our Golem build. Oh, Pog, not nerfed. Golems, not nerfed. Carrion, not nerfed. Minion, Rallying Cry, okay. Mark of the Red Covenant is a unique item, okay. The Scourge, okay. Betrayal changes to the Elrion's Unholy Relics and Sentinel Minion, okay. Fixed a bug where scout minions from a scout tower still behaved as if they okay, it doesn't. What? Easy clap. Let's do the quick overview of the thing. Is there anything mentioning anything about minions? Golems, War Cry, okay, Abyssal Cry, Rallying Cry, Sunder, Tectonic Slant, Mana Cost, Branch Slams, Totems, Arcane Cloak. These are skills now. Armageddon, Brand Ball, Lightning, Bear Trap, Body Swap, Brand Recall, Cyclone. So we lost the stun immunity on Cyclone. This is the nerf patch, dude. Change. Herald of Purity, Herald of Thunder, Ice Crash, Ice Trap, Infernal Blow, Yep. Oh, a Holy Relic. Now has a base crit strike chance of 5% on its Nova skill. Previously, erroneously had 0. Oh my god. Whoa, that's so cool. Because now when you power charge, it'll actually work. So now you can actually scale crit. Wait, it didn't have crit? Yo, that's going to do a lot of damage now. Holy Relic might be sleeper OP now. It's not really that sleeper. This is pretty huge. Wow, that's cool. And then yeah, Static Strike, and then Val skill rebalance. We know about this. So now we can actually read the numbers. This is what we really want. So, okay, I'll just start with this one. So Val Molten Shell now grants 25 additional armor at 1 up to 429 from 1030. No. Now grants 20% more armor up to 29% more armor. That's pretty good. Now causes 30% of damage taken from hits to be taken from the buff from 80 at all. Oh, fuck. That's so much worse. The buff can now take damage equal to 30% of your armor from 60%. Up to a maximum of 30,000. Now reflects 300% of damage taken from buff as fire damage each second or when the buff expires. Okay. From 3,000 up to 9,000. So they buffed it. They buffed the damage by triple. They tripled the damage. And now removes and is removed by any guard skill. So you can't stack this with Immortal Call like I was doing. Oh my god. Oh! Yeah, the Necromancer Ascendancy change, and then these 3 Ascendancy changes that we already knew about. This is the lab stuff. This is actually really fucking cool. Oh, this is item balance. It just had some of the lab stuff. Cluster Jewel Balance, we talked about these jewels being changed. We'll have to see what specifically they did. What they capped it at, because obviously Vicious Bite stacking was stupid and I figured it out. God damn it, dude. God damn it, dude. What is all this? Is this all the uniques? Oh my god damn. There's so much here. How do I go through this, man? Oh my god. Like I said, I wanted to go over the first stuff that we were actually caring about, which is, does it affect us? No. Okay, so mostly now what I'm going over doesn't really matter. And the only small thing is like, dude, Vicious Bite, but we don't know how it's affected yet. And Yeah, that means zombies are super rip. They're unplayable. Okay. Coronal Maul. Base attacks per second, and the implicit is 20% area of effect instead of 6. That's insane. Base crit 6 from 5. Implicit is 25%. Okay, I just want to look at the implicits. Holy fuck! The Imperial Maul now has an implicit for 10% increased strength. Double damage with hits from this weapon. 20% reduce enemy stun threshold. 30% increased area damage. Oh my god! Implicit has 15%, 15%. Stun duration, 45%. You have two-handed axes. This one has hits with this weapon to have 20% damage over time multiplier for bleeding. Okay. Nothing. Implicit now gives attacks with this weapon chance to maim. Okay. Two-handed swords, implicit crit chance multiplier. 50 strength and dex. What? Now gives attacks with this weapon 400. Okay. Implicit now gives attacks with this weapon 30%. It makes sure that it lists that. Implicit now grants 50 global crit strike multi from 60%. Ooh. It's pretty funny. Okay, and then yeah, now we have 20 block, 25 block, and 20 spell block on the judgment instead of attack block. Wait. Holy shit, this is insane. Dude, there's so much here. Alright, I need to go back to the top. 9 pages of content. Alright. Now that I've gone through and skipped to what the whoa, that's how can there be 10% increased strength or 50 strength, 50 dex on a implicit on a oh my god, they overdid the two-handed weapons. I was already using two-handed weapons. Oh my god, I love this game. They give me everything, dude. Oh, okay. Challenge leagues are a great opportunity for a fresh start in a new economy. True. All of your old characters and items are still present in the standard and hardcore leagues, but you're encouraged to join the new leagues. Oh, so this is talking about the new Harvest League? Okay. In the Harvest Challenge League, you'll meet Oshabi, an Azmiri mystic who has enlisted your help in exploring the mysterious powers of the Sacred Grove. In each area of Rayclass, you'll discover a seed cache and will be able to travel through Oshabi's portal to the Sacred Grove to plant those seeds. Fully grown seed crops unearth dangerous monsters when harvested. Slaying these harvested monsters yield their life force, a powerful resource which can be used for crafting and growing more exotic crops. The crafting potential from harvest monsters, that's pretty cool to say, is immense. Oh, really immense, unlocking new power for both leveling and endgame players alike. Pog! Some harvested monsters may yield higher tier seeds that require more elaborate garden setups, but grant even more powerful crafting options. Climbing the tiers of seeds will eventually pit you against some powerful new bosses who can drop new unique items exclusively available from them. With 3.11.0, there are standard, hardcore, and solo self-found variations of the Harvest Challenge League available. They have the same core mechanics and items. You can create private league versions of these leagues with mods that make the game harder. The new Challenge League leagues include a set of 40 new challenges. When you complete 12 challenges, you will receive the Harvest Footprints. When you reach 24 challenges, Harvest Cloak, 36, Harvest Portal, microtransactions only obtainable in the league, 19th challenge onwards, and for every third challenge after that, you'll receive pieces of the Harvest Totem Pole. There you go, you know everything about the Harvest Challenge League now. So this is major new content and features. So, Warcry, new Strength Gem, General's Cry, taunting nearby enemies to attack the user, and summoning Mirage Warriors from nearby corpses. The Mirage Warriors each use a linked attack skill once before dissipating. Cool. Another one, Intimidating Cry. Intimidating nearby enemies, taunting them, as well as exerting the user's next 2 attacks, granting a buff which reduces the effect of enemy armor against your hits. That's crazy. Seismic Cry. So these are like buffs. It's like buff. You buff yourself before you go in. Or debuff the enemy. Yeah, performs a war cry, taunting nearby enemies to attack the user and exerting the next 4 slam attacks, grants a buff which makes it easier for you to stun enemies. Yeah, performs a war cry, taunting all nearby enemies to attack the user, and 8 strike attacks, grants a buff which gives you bonus armor and melee range. What the fuck? Urgent Order supports war cry skills, making them faster to use but lengthening their cooldowns. Penance Brand created. Yeah, this is the magical brand that'll attach and cast spells that you have attached to it or something. From each energized enemy to an enemy in range which is not energized by the brand, the branded enemy has 20 energy. Each activation will instead deal a pulse of area damage energy. Oh, this is not that. That's the next one. Wait, no, it's not. Arcanus Brand is that one. Okay, so Penance Brand is energy, and it adds, while attached, adding energy to the branded enemy, and then energy spreads from each energized enemy to an enemy in range which is not energized by the brand. So then if the branded enemy has 20 energy, each activation will instead deal a pulse of area damage. Energy explodes when the energized enemy dies or the brand. Dude, that sounds insane, because what it sounds like is you would get 1 and so it would fill up, and as it's filling up it spreads, and then as the other ones fill up they spread, but when they get to 20 they start taking damage to die. So then when everything has the energy and everything's dying, then it should just keep spreading, shouldn't it? Isn't that broken? Okay, anyways. Add a new intelligent skill to Wintertide Brand. Creates a magical brand which can attach to a nearby enemy, dealing cold damage over time and chilling them, and it periodically activates while attached, gaining stages that raise the damage. When removed, a short duration debuff, dealing the same damage over time and chill is applied to each nearby enemy. That's fucking insane. Wow. You want it to run out. For that case, our Arcanus Brand is the one that's a magical brand which can attach to a nearby enemies, and it periodically activates while attached, triggering link spells. The brand will detach if the enemy dies. So the concept here is Cyclone, Castle Channeling, Spirit Offering, shenanigans, right? Instead, brand. How would you cast the brand? Auto trigger using a wand that has trigger a socketed spell when you use a skill, and then when you, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure, because it would only have like 3 things, and then it's really, I don't know if that would work, but either way, this thing's kind of cool. Earth Shatter. Oh no, I missed Swift Brand. Okay, Swift Brand supports brand skills, causing them to activate more frequently, but reducing their duration. Okay. Earth Shatter, slam the ground, sending out shockwaves that damage enemies and end in spikes. These spikes can be detonated by any slam attack or warcry. Works with maces, scepters, axes, staves, and unarmed. Add a new strength support gem. Fist of War supports slam attacks, ancestrally empowering the supported attack with improved damage and area of effect. Can I use it on zombies and Carrion Golem? Don't know. We'll find out. Rework and Stone Golems. Rework 3 Warcry skill gems: Enduring Cry, Abyssal Cry, now called Infernal Cry, and Rallying Cry. It did 14 unique items, one of which was designed by a supporter. Rebalance more than 50 existing unique items, not including accommodations made for base type changes. They added 12 new divination cards. Okay, so minor new content. We got improvements to the engine. Nice. We've also improved how Screenshake doesn't use it. 2 new Rogue Exiles designed with help of our talent competition winners. New Labyrinth enchants for both new and rework skills. Improve the visual effects of these skills. That's a lot. Updated the frames on passive skill hovers to the ones created for PoE 2. Taunted enemies now have a more visible effect played on them. Nice. Improve the behavior of pets. updated the visual surge effect when casting an elemental spell. Okay, Delirium mechanics added to the core game. So the way it'll work is from the Torch Courts onwards, you'll have approximately a 5% chance to encounter a mirror of Delirium in each area. Once you reach the Atlas, that chance will increase by a small amount for each other League, Atlas, or a master mechanic that appears in that area. In other words, if your goal is to encounter mirrors of Delirium, then you are encouraged to use your Xana modifiers, Master Missions, Sextants, and whatever else you have available to you, and you'll now have a greater chance of finding cluster jewels through Delirium encounters proportional to the number of rewards you earn during that encounter. Makes sense. Here's the Shakari rebalance, so no longer makes you immune to poison. It now causes poison on you to have 50% less duration, prevents you from being poisoned while there's at least 5 poison on you. They fucked up Headhunter, Self-Curse, Temp Chains, RIP. Dual wielding no longer grants 20% more physical attack damage. It still grants 10% more attack speed and 15% chance to block attack hits. Skill rework. Here's War Cries, Abyssal Cry. I liked that I read the implicits of the weapons, the two-handed. I'm going to skip all the skills because, to be honest, oh, so we need our skill to have a slam portion. The existing skills which are now considered slam skills, leap slam. So if our Carrion Golem does use this, then it might be affected. It might be a slam because it uses a skill, and then the skill is affected. It should be changed. So our Carrion Golem is gonna have a buff coming. Dude, our build's just getting buffed. Holy fuck. Okay, anyways, mana cost. Skills whose costs are reduced to 0 are now shown to have a mana cost of 0. Okay. Brands. Yeah, they got destroyed. Totems. Made improvements for totem AI for skills that have some sort of prerequisite for use, such as blades. Ooh, cool. Arcane collect tons of skills. Talked about the Holy Relic. 5% crit. Super cool. And the Val Molten Shell, and then Archmage, RIP, Shockwave, Slower Proj, and then we have Passive Tree Balance. We've taken the opportunity with this patch to review the passive skill tree as a whole with a specific a few specific goals in mind. We wanted to add support for mechanics that have been added in the past few years that as of yet do not have adequate support on the passive tree. Some of these mechanics include Rage, Unleash, Corpse Manipulation, Warcries, Heralds, and Banners. Many passive skill clusters offer the same thing as other clusters, with the only differences being the location on the tree. This sounds like the Manifesto. In this patch, we have endeavored to give each cluster its own identity and function. Okay. Timeless Jewel Keystone passives have become a popular feature for many builds, but are prohibitively difficult to acquire, especially without trade. We've moved some of the most build-defining keystones out of the Timeless Jewels and into the tree itself. These keystones have been added to the tree: the Agnostic, Glancing Blows, Supreme Ego, Wind Dancer, and Eternal Youth. Glancing Blows is insane. We've also added new keystones as part of our effort to support newer mechanics. These keystones are the Impaler, Imbalance Guard, and Call to Arms. Cool. We also wanted to reduce the power of some clusters that we were overly efficient. And increase the power of clusters that were inefficient. Ultimately, the passive skill tree should provide more interesting choices regardless of your build. Due to the volume of the changes to the passive skill tree, we won't be listing each change out. Instead, you can check out the new tree for yourself here. What? Why does it say 3.10? Wait, is POB updated then? And then yeah, the only change to the Ascendancy is pretty small. It's like 3 from one thing, and then we have the Necromancer change, and it's not really a big deal. Okay, so Chieftain, gained this new skill. It has 0.5 life regen and 10% area, and then 3% more damage per endurance charge lost, and also there was like regen per endurance charge or something. And then you have Berserker, which is rage, and Warcry. Now it causes brands to have 100% more activation frequency in the final 25% of their attached duration. Okay. Checking for the POB update. Now we'll see the Labyrinth Helm enchants that granted reduced earthquake duration can no longer be obtained, though existing versions are unaffected, so standard. Labyrinth Helm enchants that granted charge slam chance for Tectonic Slam can no longer be obtained. Okay. Labyrinth Helmet enchants that granted favor. What the fuck is this, dude? Yeah, okay, yep, Added a new type of oil. Indigo oil. In the middle of the oil progression. So can I import a tree? Like... How do I use that thing I got to actually... Is this a picture of the skill tree? There's no way, right? Hold up. Oh, what the fuck? Skills groups? Oh, is that how it all gets organized? I don't know how to import that into POB, but either way, if someone figures it out, I will use it. Okay. So yeah, the new indigo oil in the middle of the oil progression doesn't tell us what it's going to do yet, so we still have a lot to find out. Added 13 new ring anoints that utilize the new indigo oil. That makes sense because the combinations of all the different oils with indigo oil and doubled indigo oil, 2 indigo oil on it, due to the removal of some notable passive skills, some existing anointed amulets may now have new notables on them. Amulets previously anointed with battle cry now have a admonisher. Those with words of glory now have natural authority. Added new Elder Slayer influence modifiers to several slots. The Hunter influence ring modifier that grants faster start of energy shield recharge is now instead found on Redeemer influence rings. That's fine. Okay. And then, like I said, I went through these where mostly we're just looking at implicits. We don't really care about the other stuff, but it is really, really cool what they've done. Like I said, Cluster Jewels, we only get affected by Vicious Bite, which is only if we go Zombie Specters, Skellies, and most likely I'm going Golems, so we're fine. More damage. So those are what, uniques? And then these are tons of shit changed. Other uniques. Timeless Jewels. New keystones have been added to replace the 5 that are now available on the passive skill tree. The new ones are the Traitors, Supreme Orientation, the Chainbreaker, Transcendence, Immortal Ambition. Existing Timeless Jewels will retain the old keystones, but if you roll them with a Divine Orb, they will be able to reveal those new keystones. Wait, so why didn't it tell us? Oh my. So much to find out still. Even with the patch notes. This feels like a manifesto with more information, Kappa. No, I'm kidding. It's a patch note. Okay, so lots of shit here. Is there anything I know? Circle of Fear change. The randomly generated hero modifiers now grant 15 to 20% reduced reservation costs of their respective from 30 to 40. Huh? 40 to 60 increased buff. Okay, from 70 to 100. Fevered Mind no longer increases the mana cost. You no longer increase. Grants increased spell damage. Now causes notable passive skills and radius to be transformed to instead grant 10% increased mana cost of skills and 20% increased spell damage. Also limited to 1. They still might use it. This is a lot of items. Poet's Pen. Nice. The Savior. Mirage Warriors have been renamed Mirage Saviors to differentiate them from those created by General's Cry. Strike skills used by Mirage Saviors cannot hit additional targets. This affects all existing versions of the item. This change is required to maintain server performance. Okay. Voidbringer. Wildfire Wings of Entropy. Due to a number of changes making it much easier to reliably stun tough enemies, many bosses are now immune to stun while stunned and for a short time after the stun ends. The base distance an enemy is knocked back by knockback effects is now based on the enemy's size. Smaller enemies are knocked farther back than large enemies. The Man Tracker monster and Hunter influence maps now spread their spit attacks out rather than all spitting at once. It is now correctly categorized as an attack and will be mitigated as such. Monsters which deal extra chaos damage, many of whom are encountered in a breach, now say so beneath their nameplate. Nice. Abyss changes. Nice. Yes. Betrayal changes. Summoned by a mortal who passed and now disappear. Okay. Ground effects created by will disappear when the associated thing is dead. Nice. You can now quick move items between your inventory and the various. Nice. Nice. Atlas and map changes. Map tiers and locations have been shuffled through the pin. Locations for maps has not changed. What? Most maps are now initially found at a different tier. Unique maps have not moved or changed tiers. Improve the responsiveness of Cyberstorms to phase transitions. Nice. Improve the layouts of the spider layer map to minimize backtracking. Zona can now send you on a mission to find and activate a Legion monolith. These are the mods for the League. We have Fortune Favors the Brave, which is a random mod. Anarchy, which is 3 additional Rogue Exiles. Breach, which is an additional Breach. Ambush for 3 additional Strongboxes. Nemesis, you can Ancient Orb a Headhunter again. We can chance a Headhunter. You have Harbinger, 2 Metamorph monsters. So Metamorph on the map device and Legion on the map device with the Dead Headhunter. Oil cost for notable passive skills can now be revealed by holding Alt while hovering over the passive. Map icons in the map stash tab will now display which atlas region they are in when hovered over. The stash tab list no longer closes after you select a tab. Added the ability to hide remove only stash tabs. Quest rewards. Nope. PvP changes. Pyroclast Mine now deals 30% less damage against players. Okay, so this is the point where, yeah, we're here, but like, I wanted to look at something. Wait, because there's one thing. It was Rallying Cry. So, imagine we ran only one war banner. One banner, I mean. One war cry, Jesus. Rallying Cry now taunts all nearby enemies to attack the user and exerts the next 5 melee attacks, so who cares? Gives nearby allies a buff based on the damage of the user's weapon. What? Wait. Now has a base duration of 5 seconds at gem level 1 up to 5.9. Okay. Buff grants attack damage equal to 3% of the damage of your main weapon per 5 power, up to a maximum of 20%. Counts both allies and enemies in range for power. This buff has 100% more effect on your minions. Exerted attacks deal 5% more damage per affected ally, up to 25%. Now gains 1% increased area of effect per 1% gem quality. Minions. So we'll have to see what this does. I I don't really understand. I'll have to read. I mean, I'll have to play with it. This is the only minion one, and because they're making the Warcry so powerful, and you can make it so you only have to use one and whatever, and if it's so powerful, then it might be worth it when we're actively playing. But either way, I'll be waiting for the POB and all the other shit to update so I can put out the other stuff. And now let's get into the final part of the video. We have PvP changes, bug fixes, and that's it. So bug fixes, I don't think there's anything really important here, but thank you for all these bug fixes obviously, and PvP changes, cool. Blessed Rebirth is now disabled in PvP areas. Oh, minion nerf. Yeah, that sounds pretty broken, dude. Unkillable minions literally for 4 seconds or whatever because they were recently spawned. Holy shit, that's AIDS. That's insane. Either way, this was pretty good. We survived, and we survived a patch notes for once, dude. We didn't get murdered. It actually looks really promising. I like that we already play with two-handers, and we're going to be getting basically buffs to us, to the way we play. Golem seemed good. Our build seems solid. I see nothing wrong. Don't look at our direction, you know. Just smooth sailing from here, and this is going to be a great fucking league start. What's the plan? I'm going to be harvesting seeds and planting them throughout leveling, and I think I'm going to enjoy the league for what it is. Harvest League, boys. Let's enjoy ourselves. Sit back, relax, and chill. We're going to be playing for a while, I think. I hope it's really fun. I hope it's really fun, dude. Hope people love it. Either way, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for all the support. Thanks for hanging out. I can't do this without you guys. These patch notes are amazing. I can't wait to do the actual thing now. I want to do my POB updates. I want to see the passive skill tree. I want to do recommendations and hear people's opinions of the new stuff, and I want the actual game update. I want to fix my filter. So many stuff for the new league, dude. How excited are you guys? Are you guys excited as I am? I hope you guys are. Either way, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Let's get rid of this league off my screen so we can thank my supporters. So thank you to my Patreon and YouTube members who financially support the channel. I can't do this without you guys. Thank you guys for all the support. And thank you to anyone new who joins today. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!